Hey, this is Steve Keys here with Keller Williams Capital District. We are here with another walkthrough of the week. This week we are here in Saratoga Springs School District. This is 4119 Route 9N in Greenfield Center. This is a two-story residential home. It is 2,232 square feet. It is 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, 2 half baths. The 2 full baths are on the second floor, along with all the bedrooms. 2 half baths on the main living area. This is an older property. It was built in 1870, but the whole property has been renovated up to modern standards. I mean, it wasn't a total gut job. You'll see a lot of those classic features that have still been maintained and restored. Anything that looked nice was left. But a lot of the other things have been updated, brought up to modern standards. Most, if not all, of the mechanicals have been replaced. Well, they've all been replaced at some point. None of them are 130 years old. Oh, 150 years old. That's 150 years old. None of them are 150 years old. So they're on the newer side, but they're not all necessarily brand new, but they are all relatively new. I'll call this a B-level property. Very, very high B-level property. I suppose there are probably a few things left that could be done that might improve the equity of the home. But given its age, I think you'd start losing a lot of that stuff if you were to improve it any further. But I guess theoretically you could improve the equity. I don't know if it would be worth it. It might cost you more to make those changes. You would still improve the equity, but I think you might be spending 30 to get 20 back. So I'll call it a high B-level property because things could be done, I believe. But I'm not sure if it's worth it. So, but we'll see all that when we go through the walkthrough. So if you or anyone you know thinking about selling your home, now's the time to give me a call. You can see the end of the video for my contact information, or you can head to my Facebook page and see my contact information there. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started with the walkthrough. So we're here today in Saratoga Springs School District. This is 4119 Route 9N in Greenfield Center. This is a 3-bedroom, 2 full bath, 2 half bath home, 2-story home. It is 2,232 square feet. We've got dual driveways. This is a corner lot on the corner of Route 9N and Spear Falls Road. We've got driveways on both corners. This is an 1870 property, but the whole inside has been renovated. A lot of it has been updated. Some of it has been maintained, you know, so long as it looks pretty. So before we go into the house, otherwise I'll miss this. Right here on the side, we have a Trex deck. Not quite a screened-in porch, but a very enclosed porch. Probably was a screened-in porch. Could be screened in, but there's no actual screen. All right, so heading into the house from this side, there's lots of doors into the property, but from this side we have, this is what I'd call the dining room area. We've got a lot of built-in shelving in this room. Hardwood floor. This is a newer hardwood floor. We have original hardwood floor in some areas of the house, but this portion seems to be a newer hardwood floor. We've got a chandelier here, probably for where a dining table could be set up. Off the dining room, we have the kitchen. Kitchen has been fully updated. These are cherry cabinets, or at least cherry veneer cabinets. You've got some stainless appliances here. They're laminate countertops. We've got the built-in microwave and the oven. We have space for the dishwasher and the refrigerator. They just haven't been installed. We've got some more glass shelving here. And continuing through, this is the face of the building that we saw as I was entering in. So basically a wall of doors. This is what I'd call the living room. If for no other reason, then there's nowhere else to put it. These are, I don't know that they're original hardwood floors, but they're not new. So these floors have been refinished in this room. Here's the first of the half baths off the living room. Got tile floor and then a vanity with the toilet. We had tile floor in the kitchen too. I didn't say anything about it. I mean, I'm sure you saw it, but I didn't say anything. And it doesn't exist unless I actually say it exists on the video. Here we have the laundry room, which also has a bathroom in it. So this is the second half bath. You got a vanity and the toilet. Look at that, I didn't put the seat down. Classic. And then here are the laundry hookups. So you've got the washer dryer hookup here, got a utility sink, and then the dryer hookup over here on this side of the wall. We'll take a peek at the basement while we're here. It's an 1870 build, so nothing real awesome about the basement, but it's not as terrifying as you would expect in a 150-year-old property. So we'll just look at it a little bit. So you can see we've got probably a rat slab. Why is it called a rat slab? I don't remember if I've ever explained this before. But if you go down in an older, what you expect to be dirt basement and you see cement, it's very likely what they call a rat slab. They call it a rat slab because a real foundation floor should be 4 inches thick of concrete. Rat slabs are just thick enough to prevent rats from being able to dig underneath the foundation and come up into the basement. So they're typically only about an inch, maybe 2 inches thick of cement. Like I said, literally just enough to prevent rats from coming up inside. I don't really know if that's a thing anymore, but back when they started doing it, it was a problem. So we've got all the utilities down here. There's a newer hot water heater there. You can see the water pump and the water pressure tank. Here's the plumbing hookup for everything, so you can see its PEX all running throughout the house. I have a little bit of a water filtration system over here. Looks like a UV system. I don't really know all my systems though, enough to tell them apart from each other. We have a sump pump over here. You can see the water on the basement floor. There is a little bit of moisture down here. So there is a moisture, I don't know if I'm going to call it a moisture issue, but you've got moisture down here in the basement. If you notice the pump, some of you might have picked it up, but this is what, I don't think I've ever said this before, this is what I call a two-pipe system for the well pump. Means you've got one pipe coming in from wherever the well is, and then you've got one pipe going into the house, so 2 pipes. Two-pipe system tells me that it's a shallow well. It doesn't go any deeper than 30 feet. That's not really a bad thing is when it comes to wells. What it does tell me is why I brought it up in terms of the basement. There's a very high water table here. Like I said, the well's not going any deeper than 30 feet before you hit water. So a little bit dampness, moisture in the basement is what you'd expect. You do have the sump pump here. So you're never gonna get a real bad moisture problem down here, and the sump pump does work. So you do have the sump pump here removing water from the basement, but there is a high water table here, so you will get some amount of moisture in the basement. Don't put anything on the floor. Here is the furnace. You can see the hot water for the heat. That is, again, a newer system. So doesn't look any older than 10 years old. And the way all the pipes are, you know, fancy and symmetrical and stuff like that. Definitely a new system. They've got PEX running to all the lines, so could be brand new. Probably not brand new though. The water heater's about 10 years old, I think. So that's probably about the same age as the furnace. All right, now we'll head upstairs. These are cool. I noticed these. They got stair lights going up the stairs here. I thought they were like air vents, but that wouldn't make any sense because it's hot water heat. But I noticed on the way back down the stairs that they were lights. All right, so here we have the first, this 3-bedroom. So here we have the first of the bedrooms. You can see the hot water baseboard running around the outside of the room. This room is carpeted. It's new carpet. I can feel it squish underneath my feet. Oh man, so plush and cuddly. Must put a good carpet pad under that. Here's the second of the bedrooms. The closet over there. Here's the shared bath for the second floor. So we've got a marble tile floor. Got the vanity there, toilet, and then a vinyl insert shower tub combo here. And I want to hit it this way. Got a little bit of a storage area here in the hallway for like a bookshelf. And then we'll go this way. Here's the master bedroom, master suite, I guess. So here we have just a sitting room, really. Got the newer hardwood floors in here. And then continuing through here is the actual bedroom and the master suite. You can see you've kind of got those stained glass windows there on the interior of the house. They just go into the hallway. Got recessed lighting in the master bedroom. And here you have the master closet. Doesn't have any shelves. Shelves haven't been installed. But there is the master closet. So a bit of a walk-in. And then here's the master bath. So you have a walk-in shower, a vinyl insert walk-in shower here. And then the toilet, tile flooring, and there's the vanity. One of those reclaimed dresser vanities. And you've got some auxiliary heat there also. All right, so that concludes the walkthrough. All right, so that is everything. So 3 bedrooms, all on the second floor. 2 full bathrooms, also on the second floor. 2 half bathrooms on the first floor. One of the half baths is combined with the laundry room, but you still have 2 half baths on the main floor. 2,232 square feet. It's a high B-level property, so a lot of the things have been updated. A lot of the really expensive things that you get no value for have been updated. Like the furnace is relatively new. The water heater, also relatively new. I didn't point it out, but the electrical system has also been updated. It is my understanding from what I've researched into it, the color-coded wires that you see, you'll see them in newer homes. Electrical wires that have different colors. You'll have like white ones, yellow ones, orange ones, typically the 3 colors that you see. That system of color coding the different gauges of the wires, you can tell what gauge the wire is by looking at the color. That was first introduced in the year 2000. So you know that the wiring is at least newer than 2000, so it can't be any older than 20 years old. So even the wiring system has been updated. So all of that stuff has been updated. And you usually don't get any value for that because people sort of care that the wires have been updated, but they're not willing to pay any extra for it. So it's good that those things have been done, but you don't get any value for it. But with what I was saying with the high B level, the crappy renovations that you see, the quick flips where people come in, it's usually a cosmetic renovation. They don't usually go in the walls and redo all of the really important stuff. So they put down like those vinyl interlocking floors, and maybe they'll do stainless appliances, and they'll throw in granite countertops because everyone's got to have granite countertops. But all of the really important things that are really going to hurt later on down the road when you start to have a problem, like with the heating system or the plumbing or the electrical, they don't touch that stuff. It's just a cosmetic flip. In this property, you know that all of that stuff has been renovated. It wasn't renovated yesterday. Like I said, you know that the electrical has been done 20 years. The water heater is about 10 years old. So the furnace, really, all of those things were probably done around the same time. So you know all of that stuff is no more than 20 years old, which is good for when you're talking about mechanical systems. So really, when I say high B level, what are the things left that could be done? Well, they spent all the money on the really important stuff, so they put laminate countertops in instead of granite countertops. They put vinyl inserts in the bathrooms instead of like a tiled-in shower or anything like that. So their cosmetics suffered a little bit because they put the money into the mechanicals, into the really important things. And that is the stuff that you really want to see when you're looking at a property. Are the important things fixed? Great, you gave me granite countertops. That's not going to do me any good when the electrical system explodes and the house burns down. Well, I mean, your granite countertops would still be left, so I guess that's technically okay. They'll be the only thing that survives the fire. So, I guess, pluses and minuses. Yeah, so I think I've talked enough about all that. So check the property information page for the most up-to-date information on the property. Any kind of price changes, any special incentives, any open houses, all of that can be found on the property information page. Please like my Facebook page to see more walkthroughs of the week. Anything else that I post on that platform. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel will have all of the videos that I'm doing across every platform, plus a few things that are exclusive just to YouTube. So you can subscribe to YouTube to see all of that. So that has been this week's walkthrough of the week. Thank you for joining me, and please tune in again next week for next week's walkthrough of the week. Bye-bye for now.